Choice of the chosen, yeah. Choice of the chosen, yeah.
Kia ora everyone, welcome back to Chosen Family Sports Podcasting, where we talk all things sport. As always, my right hand man, AMO, one man show, Chebe.
Chill, what's up? I've actually got something on my mind, so I really want to get into this. I want to lay it on you.
And joining us for the first time, Reno. How's it going, mate?
How are you? I'm a all things sports virgin, so it's good to be here tonight, but I'm interested to hear what Amor's got to go on.
Yep, I want to get straight into it. Okay, Zin Zambrook came out and said that we should all change our Facebook profile pictures to plain black or all black everything. Now, I personally love my profile pic on Facebook. It's a good one of me. I'm in Venice. I want to know, should I change it? I'm only going to do it if everybody's doing it.
It's black enough, Amor. Leave it how it is.
It's not hoary enough though, so I think you should update it to your current picture of yourself.
No one needs to see me with my current bed. But honestly, there seems to be a lot of people doing this, blacking out their profile pic. Are you guys going to do it?
Well, I've already got
my
it.
newsfeed got flooded.
Is my one not acceptable? With the silver
Nah,
fern?
it's going to be plain black. It's going to be plain black.
Nah, there's variations going around where you can vaguely see like all black everything and that in it. So I think that's acceptable. It's pretty black. I had it for about 30 seconds, but then I found one of Sonny Bill with his top off, so I put that up.
Yeah, you can't beat that. I just want to throw something at you. Now, I know that podcasting's just starting new and the page is starting new, but I thought I'd venture in to try and get some sponsorship. So I threw down the lines of KFC. KFC, since we've talked about KFC a few times on our podcast, since one of our mates decides to go to KFC and orders 3 drumsticks. I thought about banishing him as a mate, but so I gave KFC a bit of an email, just asked, I'm starting out new, I'd love you to throw me a bit of dollar. They responded with, KFC loves getting involved with many groups up and down the country. Unfortunately, they don't have the resources to get involved with everyone, which I understand. So on this occasion, they'd like to say that they can't get involved with Chosen Family Sports. So I thought
I'm disappointed.
Yeah, I'm
disappointed.
I thought I'd flick them back a bit of a reply, which they haven't replied, and it's been a week. Thank you, firstly, for replying. I understand where you're coming from, and I fully understand. But I'm gutted that you can't get on board a Chosen Sports family. Coming from me, a person that I know have personally thrown thousands of dollars at your business, as well as close mates, we'd probably be hitting the $1 million mark. But I understand where you're coming from, and with or without your sponsorship, I'll always be a KFC fan. I even chucked in that we're stuck through there, guys. Price rises, even when we've gone and purchased a large meal and received a shitty piece of chicken that wouldn't even feed my 1-year-old daughter. So, I don't know if they didn't like the reply or they're just a bit busy, but I don't see KFC getting on board anytime soon.
Well, we all know, Mac, that KFC's just started out themselves. They're still a growing business, and they don't have a lot of money around. So it's probably nothing personal.
Yeah.
I tell you what, I'm disappointed, but I feel as if we should, always keep just as a close friend to them. So maybe one day when KFC makes it big, they can throw a couple big buckets our way.
Yeah, that's all I've
I can't.
Just a couple of
I can't
vouchers.
help get the feeling that maybe KFC would have been interested had they have actually heard of Chosen Family Sports.
Yeah, you can't beat some good quality yarns involving Chris Jackson and 3 drumsticks. Price is not a movie.
All right, should we get into some sport?
Let's
now?
get into some
Yeah,
sport.
sport.
Oh, sport. So, ITM Cup, she's all finished up. We've seen Hawke's Bay overcome Wellies, 26-25. Canterbury get home late over Auckland, 25-23. Have you actually seen much of the ITM Cup this year since it kind of clashed with the Rugby World Cup? I've watched as much as I can, but I haven't watched as much as I should.
Yeah, well, I'm a huge fan of ITM. I like running rugby, and I think that's a great show of it. But yeah, you're right. With the World Cup and the ITM, it's been a bit full on. Especially, you've only got so many hours in the day. But I can't say that it's dropped off because I'm just such an avid fan. But yeah, I haven't been as excited about it since the World Cup sort of has been there.
Yeah, I haven't seen a lot of it. I think there's two reasons. I think the primary reason is the World Cup. You're focused on, the big event happening at the time. But I think the other is I can't find myself for some reason, ever since they changed the structure of having the Monday night and Wednesday night games, I just never find myself watching them. It seems to clash with Gossip Girls and things like that. So I've just always got other things on.
Oh,
I love
Dylan.
the fact that it's on every night. Honestly, I don't think my flatmates do, but I love it. I get to bet every night. I'm losing money every day. It's so good.
It feels to me like they're cramming too much rugby into one time frame, too many games, and it just gets, I don't know, it's overwhelmingly boring. It's like there's always rugby on.
Whoa.
I have to
ITM is
disagree
good
with
rugby.
you. I'd say ITM
Yeah.
Cup's probably one of the best rugby you ever watch.
Yeah, it's good to watch, but it's like there's always rugby on. And it's just, I find myself going, rugby again, I'll change the channel. And watching maybe the basketball.
Oh, yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
and then going down a few grade, we had the Heartland Championship. King Country got up versus North Otago, 47-34, bit of a smashing. I actually picked North Otago to get home there. And then Wanganui got up versus our home province, I should say, South Canterbury, which it was disappointing. I haven't really followed them hard out this year since being in Aussie, but something seems to be going well there. I had seen the development team, and there was a few names that I thought would be in the top side, but they weren't. So you can't really argue. It was a bit disappointing to lose it in your hometown in the final, but definitely next year, hopefully, we see big things from them again.
Yeah, well, obviously we know, a lot of the players from down there, and they were disappointed because they had such a good season. But I think Wanganui really did play well in that final, and I don't know if you've seen it. It's gone pretty viral, but it's one of the best tries you'll ever see. It's like a 105-meter try. There's 13 crazy passes involved in it, and it is an amazing try. But Wanganui scored a couple like that, which really actually blew out the scoreline. It was actually a closer game than that. So, yeah, the boys from back home are pretty disappointed, but also kind of happy that they made the finals and, and that they had such a good year. It's done wonders for the city of Timaru.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, with working for the local media, I get quite up to date with all the sports, local sports talk. So I've read a lot about the season this year and that in the paper and everything, and they did have a breakout, amazing season, first time in 10 years to host a final and everything. But in saying that, Wanganui's always been a strong side, and at the World Sweepstakes, I actually did tip them to win. And I actually did win the sweepstakes, so I said
It's pretty dirty, Ren.
I made it. I know, I said as I made it, my heart wanted South Canterbury, but my brain said...
Oh, so you've done a Birchie. You've bet on the other team playing the Warriors, but you want the Warriors to win.
You can't do that. You can't do that.
I did it. It was $1, and it worked.
So how much did you win?
$21.
Oh my goodness. You went against the city that brought you up for $21.
That's dirty, Reno.
Far out.
No, I wanted them to win. I would have gladly lost my $1 if they had won. You
still bet against them.
Just my bases.
Oh, okay, I understand. The other day I was actually first time going to a netball game. first of all, I rang the Bro Armour and I asked them how much his tickets were. Because I was a bit outraged that I had to pay $134 for 2 tickets to go watch New Zealand play Australia.
That is outrageous. I paid $43. And I thought that's pretty reasonable to go watch, the best 2 teams go at it. I thought $43, hell yeah. Give me 4 of them. But yeah.
The second biggest mistake was definitely I had $12 left in my TAB account, and I forgot to put a bet on New Zealand, and as we all know, they came out on top, and they were playing pretty good odds. So
yeah, but they were down by 10. How did that feel live watching that, seeing how bad that they can be, and then how good they can be? Yeah,
as me being a passionate sports fan, it was an arena that I took a while to actually warm up to, where I was outnumbered by Australian women quite a lot, even a few men and kids, and so I took a while to warm up. But as the game got on, I started yelling a few things out. But it was a good game, and I don't know how they came back from 10 goals, but they did. And that last quarter, they put so much pressure on Aussie.
Yeah,
one thing I really, New Zealand should have won by more. How many times?
Really?
Yes. How many times do we say we get a turnover we don't capitalise on it?
I hate it. It's so annoying. I feel like throwing crap at my TV every time. No one gets me more angry than the New Zealand woman Silver Ferns. They never capitalise. You're right. You are dead right. And it's almost like, we've got a freebie, let's throw it away. It's like it doesn't matter. It's so annoying.
It'll either be like a stupid trying to get a quick pass in where you don't need to do that. There's no time limit on the ball carrier. On how long you got with the ball.
Yeah.
On your side, it's no shot clock like basketball, and also easy goals. Like, I understand that Mez girl she's coming up and she's young and yes, she is good, but I just my heart goes out to Latu. I just wish she was there. She's got the size. She's got the size that we need in the attacking court. Then we've got like a 2-tie to shoot the long shots. We've got.
No. But look, after watching Mez live, because I went to the one in Christchurch, she works the circle really well. She gets around. She moves well. Okay, because she's not very tall. She moves well and she does get rebounds.
Her long levers do help well.
Without Tutaia there and Jodie Brown. I really, really dislike Jodie Brown. But without Tutaia there, we're a totally different team. We're not as good. With Tutaia there, we've got way more options and we look way better. And I think mentally, it's way better for the girls. But I see us losing the next 2 games. But we were lucky. There you go. I think we were lucky to win that one.
I've been waiting on the netball a lot because I can't bring myself to watch a full game of it. It's something that frustrates me beyond belief to watch. I love playing the sport. I just can't watch a whole game of it. But one thing that has popped into my head, and I'm not sure, I just want an opinion. I could be completely wrong. But does home ground or home court advantage in netball affect teams as much as other sports? Because it doesn't seem to be that way.
I want to say yes.
Aussie will beat us over here and then we beat them over there and stuff like that. You don't see that all that often.
No, I want to say yes. Because I think that the referees, they're a little bit nicer to the home ground because of the crowd. With those little contacts, obstruction. Yeah. I think the home team gets a little bit of leeway. But I don't think it's as effective as in other sports. But I think there is a little bit.
Some of the reffing was disgusting on Sunday. Some of the Aussies sometimes can just contact all over the ball and the player, and she'll be right. Don't even worry.
I heard the same. I actually heard the same about the Christchurch one that you went to, or one of my work colleagues went to it. And apparently the abuse yelled at the refs that game was unbelievable because of the bad calls though.
Yeah, well, it's quite weird. Because I'm quite a vocal person, as you probably know. And netball, the players and the referees are right there. They can hear every word. So, like the abuse you can give at a rugby game, like, you can hurl some pretty, bad things. But if you do that at a netball game, they can hear you, like every word. So when I was yelling at Jodie Brown, get the effing ball in the hoop, like, I know she heard me. I was a few seats back, but I know she could hear me.
She was like, who is that hoary in the crowd with a Petty Wepu beard?
Yeah.
Who have a
Standing up,
shave?
trying to staunch her out, because, she annoys the hell out of me,
It'll all go downhill when the Bulldogs fans start watching netball.
Yeah. That's when we know we have to ban stuff. So that was a great experience going to my first netball game, but hopefully this weekend on Monday, after this weekend on Monday, I might catch my first Phoenix game here in Melbourne versus the Victory. And we haven't been going too bad. We've won our last two. 2-1 over Perth Glory away, 3-2 at home over the Brisbane Roar, and we've got the Victory coming up. So it'll be a good game. Both Melbourne sides are pretty solid. But one thing big coming out of the Phoenix at the moment is that there is circulation that we might not be in the A-League soon.
Yeah, so they went in for a 10-year license and it got denied.
Yeah.
How can they do that? We've been
a huge license to apply for though.
No, but you only go for licenses that long. Because why else? Because you need sponsorship in that. You need to have guaranteed.
I do agree with where the Aussie commissioning guy when he said on the news that the reason they denied the 10 years was because they have not foreseen the future growth of the competition for the next 10 years, so they didn't want to renew a 10-year contract.
Okay, so is he going to deny everybody
around the bush? No, yeah, that's what I'm thinking now has to happen, is anyone from now on applying for a 10-year contract has to be denied.
Yeah,
Because
it can't be
just
just
bad
Phoenix.
Because
His excuse was they don't know about the growth, because at the moment they're looking to keep it to only 10 teams still, not add any extra teams. So that's where the big debate comes from. So that's what will be interesting to come out of it, is if anyone else gets a 10-year license, then I think there's trouble for the Phoenix.
I don't know, but I think the best thing will be is for the Phoenix to play well. Because last year they didn't that well, and this year we escaped with that victory over the Glory, but we played really well against the Roar, and the Roar are really good. So we're a good side, and we can win some games. We can cause some upsets. So I think the biggest thing would just be play well, and then they can't throw us out of the tournament.
If we're making playoffs, they can't get rid of a team that's constantly making the playoffs.
Yeah, because we made the playoffs last year. And
wasn't there a thing, I'm sure I heard it today, that we're actually one of the highest teams when it comes to ticket sales, the sporting events on television, and merchandise?
Oh, I don't read that stat.
I heard
that's
on
with
the
the
radio
Warriors.
when I was sitting at work. I heard on the radio.
By far with the Warriors.
Because they were trying to find reasons as to why, and I didn't quite catch the conversation, but it was about how much money the Phoenix make on their merchandise and ticket sales and stuff, and it could have gone either way because I didn't hear the start of it, so it was either we make the most or we make the least, so it'd be something worth looking into, because if we're not making money, then they have a legitimate reason. If we're making money and we're making the playoffs, why would you get rid of our team?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's just it.
Well,
that's why we just got to continue playing well.
Because obviously soccer's not as big in New Zealand as league, and it is a rising sport, but it is only one team in New Zealand, so most of New Zealand support the Phoenix, just like the Warriors. There's only you've got the odd fan that supports someone else, but if those fans are buying gears, then you'd have to think their jersey sales would be higher anyway.
But look at the Phoenix fans when they play in Wellington, or even throughout the country for that matter, for every game they've played outside of Wellington. When they play there, we have more people filling that stadium. Well, I don't know if it's more people number-wise, but our capacity, it looks more full than any other stadium. And they're avid fans. They got their tops off 10 minutes before the full time of the game, and they're swinging it around. They're having a good time. You're watching two Australian teams play, and they are not as into it as what our fans are.
Yeah, I think that's a bit anecdotal, though. We don't know that. How many Phoenix games you been to? You know what I mean? We're just watching that off the TV. Yeah. We can't really say stuff like that because we don't know. That's just our opinion. You know what I mean? You know, you try
Isn't
telling
that
someone
something
that
the
goes
TV
to...
would be trying to show?
Yeah, but you try
Why
telling
would the
that
TV
someone
show-
that supports the Brisbane Roar and go to all their games. You're a nobody
Yeah,
just saying, oh, it looks like heaps of people go. Well, you know, those fans go, so you try telling them that.
Yeah, I suppose, but I don't know. It just it seems that way to me that our fans seem more avid about it than anyone else. But
you
Kiwis
can't
are
say
passionate,
that unless
but I think Aussies,
yeah,
they do
that's
get a
sort
bit
of biased
excited.
opinion too.
But another team in the Australian competition is the Breakers, and since Corey Webster didn't get his contract, which sucks for the bro, he came back the other day and backed up with 22 points in the Breakers win over the Kings. So, you know,
Yeah, he's good, man. Damn, he's good. He came out and just fired right from the get-go. He is so good to watch, and he's fluid. If you like watching basketball, like, he looks good. You can just tell his whole style. It's unlucky for him they didn't get an NBA contract, but it is mean for us because they played
I was
tonight
just thinking that.
and they got the win again. So
Oh,
now our
okay.
record's 3-5. Yep.
I was just thinking that it's kind of bittersweet, isn't it? Like, he
Yeah.
personally missed out on such a huge deal, but how good is it for the Breakers that they got?
Oh, it's so much better because we sucked without him. We did not look good.
And in saying that, you got to feel for the young guy that got cut from the squad, though.
Yeah.
I
yeah.
mean,
But,
his name.
nah,
Yeah,
He's-
no, you got to feel for him. He's like, yeah, Webb's got his chance in America. I've made the squad, and all of a sudden doesn't
Yeah, but he'll-
take him, and he comes back and no job.
he'll have time. He'll make it back.
yeah.
Like Webster had his troubles long ago. He got caught smoking drugs, and he got a suspension in that. And now look at him. It's hard work. Once you're at that level, you know it's all attitude and hard work. If you really want it as a young fella, you'll get there.
Over there. Now that he's been noticed over there, he's going to constantly get noticed over there. So now this season, he has even more of a point to prove because they're going to be keeping another eye on him over here. He knows they're watching him now. So
Yeah,
same
that's
thing could
that's
happen
true.
this year with him.
He has come
Either
out
he
and
plays this season.
on Twitter and that saying he's had a taste and he wants more and he is going to come back bigger and so. Another one that fell out of favour in America for one game, but still on the roster is Mr. Jared Hayne.
Yes.
Obviously, he got dropped for the one game, but I think it's good for him. It's going to make him a better player because he is just still new to the sport. So something like this where he gets dropped, he wants to work even harder to get back in that starting role. And it's not like he's done
Yeah.
that bad, but he's just had a few errors here and there. But
Well, I've got a rant to say, so I want to hear what Reno has to say because I'm going to rant
Okay.
about this.
My first thing is I want to know if anyone read the article as to why he got dropped. I saw it today, but I was too busy at work to actually have time to read it.
Well, it
Yeah.
could be because he is not good. He is not good. Okay, I'm going to spit some facts at you. He is ranked 20th in yards, okay, and 15th for yards per run. He has made 3
is
errors
is that from kick returns or is that over the whole league? Like
from all his runs,
even when he's running back,
Yes. Okay.
but he's not
And-
getting the opportunity at running back.
Well,
He's
he's ranked 15th per run. So
Oh,
for
okay,
every
I
time he
understand.
runs, he's not even doing good per the run. And wait for it, half of his yardage, come from one run. Okay, he's made one good run and he's fumbled 3 times. You cannot do that in the NFL. Okay, this is America's most watched sport. This is huge. You can't fumble the ball once, and he's fumbled 3 times in limited chances. Everyone keeps saying that, oh, he hasn't had a chance. He hasn't had a chance. Well, I can tell you he has at least 3 times because he gave the ball up. And everyone's talking about, oh, just give him more of a chance. He's so good. Look at his highlights. Look what he did in rugby league. Who gives a fuck? Because when they play NFL, he's no good. So it's awesome that he's over there. It's awesome that he's made it as far as he can, and hopefully he does get back on the team and score heaps of touchdowns. I'm a massive fan of him, but let's not lie. He is not good at the moment. Okay?
I think it's a huge call to come and say he is not good. I think it's more fair to come out and say he is not ready. He is
But
not,
he's not
starting
good.
the team.
He's gone through
He's,
another
not-
avenue.
he's,
yeah.
he's missed blocking assignments as well. Okay,
He's been
they
here
haven't
6
just.
months.
It doesn't
Like,
matter.
it's-
This is the
it's
top
not that
level.
he's
It
not
doesn't matter if
good.
you've played 21 years or 21 days.
Nah,
If you're
I don't
on
agree
the
with
roster
that.
and no, if you're on the roster and you're playing, okay, you have a job to do. If you can't do that job, you get the hell out. And
Yeah,
that-
so is it
and
his
he
fault
does
or is it
another
the
one.
coaches?
It's the
What's
coaches
it-
for putting him in straight away.
Yeah,
Oh,
should have
mate.
he gone down another avenue
He
of
should-
like a Benji Marshall or a Sam Burgess? Look at them. Sam Burgess has been a flop in rugby, and so has Benji Marshall, because they got put into the exposed to the high level before they really maybe understood the game.
Yeah, he should be out back with a training squad developing this year and next year trying to make the starting team. He should
Ah.
be practicing and learning to play.
This is no. I,
From when he got there.
Do you not agree agree with that with the Burgess factor though? Because I heard Burgess is going back to the maybe going back to the south, but Burgess was not that good in rugby, and I would not have picked him if I was the England coach.
well, what do I think about Burgess? So we're off to Jared Hayne. We're going to move on to Burgess.
No, I like. No, it
Oh,
was
let's
a
go with the
detour,
flow,
we'll come
brother.
back.
Okay, well, Burgess, I would have played him because I think he's an athlete. He's an extreme athlete, and I don't think the English rugby team has those sorts of athletes. Okay, but in the NFL, they do have a Jared Hayne athlete type. Okay, they do have that type of player. So I think that I would have taken Burgess because he is like a Sonny Bill. He's got X factor. He can break a tackle out of nowhere. He can offload. So he's kind of like the non-holo. I think the risk is worth the reward. So yes, I would have taken Burgess. Even though
I
he didn't
understand
play
your
that well,
point
I
there.
still would have.
Not
Yeah.
making sense.
I definitely understand your point there. Because England doesn't really have hard out that kind of X factor like Burgess
They do
can
not.
bring. So okay, I understand they definitely took the risk, but he is definitely one that never really. You still got to
Yeah,
give
he
it
flopped.
time. He flopped.
Yeah,
He-
he flopped. He flopped.
It was like a Benji Marshall should have gone through the ITM Cup, you know.
Yes,
I
definitely.
think the coaches knew that taking Burgess had the added bonus of if he fucked up, they had a full point. They were like, well, we'll just blame it on Sam Burgess.
I don't think
Basically
that
what-
was the idea.
That's
But
basically what they did. They were like, we'll pick Burgess. If he fucks up, it's not our fault.
Yeah, but
Well,
why
it
would you
has
go into a
been their
Rugby
fault.
World Cup with that mentality?
exactly,
I
that's
don't
not
know, it's just-
exactly what
that
happened.
seemed like, because as soon
Be
as
dumb.
they lost, they were like, Sam Burgess was shit. That was like the first thing they
Yeah,
said.
but that's because he was pretty shit. You know what I mean? They had a fair point with saying that he was because he didn't play that well.
Blame a World Cup campaign on one man being shit.
Oh, mate, I read articles that they were blaming it on headphones, okay? They can blame it on anything
Yeah.
they wanted to because they lost it at home.
No, they're just upset that they didn't get a Dre Beats like Richie McCaw did.
That's it.
And I'm a bit upset about that as well. I'm trying to buy some and they're nowhere to be seen. Come on, Dre Beats. Hook a brother up and send them to my way.
They are
they'll sponsor
extremely
us instead
dear.
of KFC. Just write them a
Maybe
letter back
sponsorship.
and work with the cave, right?
I'm thinking of maybe we might have to ring up Woodstock and maybe ask for sponsorship for them since Ummel's enjoying a nice Woodstock beverage at the moment.
Why
Mate,
not?
if they did, okay, I would go out of my way. I'd advertise them on my car. I'd advertise them everywhere. If they send me a box a week, you can trust me. I'll be out on the streets. I'll be getting people to buy Woodstock. You can believe that.
I'm sure we all will. Another another couple of NRL stars in the headlines at the moment. Daniel Vito. Apparently he's going to WWE, and
I
you
think
know,
there's
we can't
awesome.
hate on him. He's another one just trying to live his dream, and who are we to say anything?
I think that's cool. He's huge with the right
He
thing,
is.
and he's actually already impressed. That's how he got the contract. So he's obviously good at what he does, and seriously, that as a spectator sport over there. I read earlier today Hulk Hogan's contract from 1998. If you want to make money, that's a pretty good way to go about it.
Yeah, I think you're right, and he does have quite that sort of personality. Like I could see him doing it, and I would watch him because, again, like the Jared Hayne factor, because I feel like I know him from watching rugby league. I would get back into wrestling, or and watch his storyline.
Okay.
I would
think-
watch.
I think you've gone a little bit far there. No one is getting back into wrestling anytime soon.
There's a couple of guys at work. They're in their 40s and they love it.
Mate, I tell you what, I will still watch a good YouTube clip of Randy Orton, mate. The RKO still lights me up inside, eh? I love it every time I see him, getting behind someone, and all those memes that they do of that horror movie and the Ortoning. Oh, that gets me every time.
The biggest thing from
That's
wrestling
awesome.
is when the John Cena stole the "You Can't See Me" hand dance off me.
That's
Should
true,
have
that was
copyrighted.
like-
I should have copyrighted that shit, and I would have been rich by now. We wouldn't need sponsorship.
You changed
There's
the
also
rules.
there's
There's
also
no
the
more
fact
grill
that John
getting
Cena's
after you did
raw
that.
talent.
Yeah.
You know, he's huge and good looking, and you're you. So there's that.
I know. Next podcast, Bert, you'll have a bit to say on this, but I'm loving it. Conrad Harrell, he is trained insane or remain the same. He is going nuts, and we just got to look to the future and watch out NRL. If he has come out and he said, 216, I'm doing it for the Warriors, I'm doing it for my family, for the fans. That's what we want.
I love it.
Okay,
I
yeah.
love it. And I love what you just said. Train insane or remain the same.
Oh, that's just one of
Macca,
the
that
quotes
is-
down, that I got down the sleeve, brother.
That is
Bit of
good.
a
I'm gonna take
shame
one.
that it's not working on my six pack at the moment.
No, getting back to Conrad Harrell, that is some of the best news that we've heard. Because on the back of RTS, Sean Johnson and Izzy, we just need some guy that can run through people, and that is him. If we can get him looking like what he did 2 years ago, wow. Watch out, NRL. The Warriors are going to light it on fire.
I agree, because if we can get Connie running like that again, it takes so much pressure off Sheck and Johnson to the point where they're going to have to know who to tackle. And if you're tackling one, you're not tackling the other. So
But you
We've got
can't take
double.
those guys one-on-one. You can't take
no,
Sean
that's what I mean. So
one-on-one.
they're going to
Yeah.
have to double up, and then Sheck will pass it. Or if they go to Connie, Sheck will run through them, kind of thing. Like,
Yeah, I'm
It-
actually
it's-
worried. I'm actually worried about my bandwagon getting filled up way too quickly because we are going to kill the NRL this year. Oh, sorry, next year. We're going to absolutely kill it, and everyone's going to pretend like they've been Warriors fans since way back. Okay, so make sure you lock those doors, okay? Because everyone's going to jump on.
okay, a slight segue here for the 2016 Warriors fans. Do what I did and buy a pair of shorts this year. Looks like they're last year's shorts. Boom. You're a 2015 Warriors fan.
We know what you're like already, Dylan. You bet on the opposite team, so if your team wins, it's alright, and if they lose, it's alright because you win money.
I was wearing my Queensland Cowboy shorts the day after the final too. They weren't brand new. Still had the tags on. No, but good story, I actually had Cowboy shorts.
Oh, boys. Wrapping it up, this has definitely been the best podcast I think we've done. A lot more relaxed, free flowing, and I actually can't wait to get us three back together. I think the others might get the flick.
See you later.
Oh, we're definitely the top threesome out of the ones you've had on so far. So
Yeah, this
I
threesome's
look
been
forward
good.
to a return.
Yes,
It's probably been the best three.
they've definitely got a
It's
bit
the only
of
threesome.
they've definitely got a bit of competition. But thanks for coming on, boys, and I'll see you next time.
Cool.
Cheers,
Thank
gentlemen.
you.
Thank you very much.
Cheers.